What's going on, everybody? It's Barmine from Barmine Tech, and we got another video today. And if you've been watching some of the last few videos, like the VPS video, the WireGuard video, we were working into a bigger project, and we're working on that project today. So today, we're going to be using Uptime Kuma as a Docker container to monitor our network and our home lab. So we always know if any of our services or hardware goes down, and we always know when it does so we can fix it. So let's get started with this. So, like I said, we're going to be using Docker and Portainer for this. So, again, if you don't have Docker or Portainer, I'll have a card up on this side with the link to how to install Docker and Portainer. And after you get that all configured, we're going to come into the app templates. And I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to come back over here. And again, I'm using NovaSpirit's app template. And I'll have links to that again in the description. And I have it in all the videos pretty much that we've been using with this. So we're looking for Uptime Kuma. So Uptime Kuma is a self-hosted monitoring system, and I've been running this and it's great. So we're going to deploy the container, and while this deploys, we're going to wait for that. So if you got your VPS like I talked about a few videos ago, and you set up WireGuard in your home lab, so you have your home lab as your WireGuard server, and you can make your VPS your client, you can install Docker and Portainer on your VPS service, add Uptime Kuma to it, connect it using the VPN, and now you have something outside of your network, so you will always know if something goes down. Because if something goes down in your network, like your router goes down or your ISP goes out, and now you lost connection completely to your internal network, Uptime Kuma is just going to tell you everything's out, no matter what. But if you have it at a VPS outside your local network, Uptime Kuma will be able to say, hey, this is down, but so is this stuff, and you know it's accurate because it's not internal to your network. So yeah, you could host internally, and I did that for a little bit too. But I decided that I want to use an outside service so I know if my NAS goes down from my Plex server, or if my router just goes out but everything else is still up, or if my Docker server goes down but my regular Proxmox server is still up. So that's why I use the VPS service. You don't need to, but being that it's so cheap and it's worth it, I think it's worth it to have your own network monitor for the year service that you usually will rent out the VPS for. So let's get right back into this video. So now we come back to Portainer, we can see Uptime Kuma's container deployed and it's healthy. So we can click on the ports and open up the page. So you just need to make a simple username. So I'll use Barmine and I'll use my password. And I'll save it. So this is the interface that Uptime Kuma gives you. It's really simple and it's very straightforward. It's not too challenging to set up. So we're just going to add a new monitor. And then you could decide, there's all different values that you could use. So if you are hosting this internally in your home lab, so like I have it on my mini PC, you don't need to use a VPN or anything to connect it, and you could simply use the IP address of the host that you want to keep an eye on. So we could check the monitor type that we want to use. So I want to use ping, so Uptime Kuma will ping the device every now and then to make sure it's still alive. So I'll use one of my Portainer boxes. So this is one of my Portainer boxes. So I'll use that. And then you can decide how often you want it to ping. I don't want to mess with this because I like these settings. But what we are going to use is we can make notifications from this to go send us the messages on Discord in a server to let us know. So I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to find Discord. And I'm going to call it knock. Now I call it knock because that's what we call our network monitor at work. So I just run with it and call it knock. So now we do need a Discord webhook URL. So if you're not familiar with making this, it's super simple. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. This is a Discord server I have that I used originally to practice with, but now I use it for all different services that I run. So I'm going to come in here. This is my channel I'm working with, and I'm going to come over here to edit channel. I'm going to come to integrations, webhooks, create webhook, and here's Captain Hook, our new hook. So now I'm going to change the name to knock. I'm going to copy the URL, save the changes, close it out, and now it's all set. So now if I come back into here, I paste the URL, and I'm going to change it so it displays as that. And you can change the message if you want, so you could have it so it tags you, or if you want it to tag certain people, but I'm okay with just a regular message. This is going to be my default notification, so I'm going to check this message, and we're going to test it. And you can see knock tested. And if I come back into here, here's the knock sent its alert. So I'll save that. So now I'll come down and I'll save the alert. And now you can see it's red because it's saying that my system is down. I don't think the system's down. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Let's add another one. I'm not sure why it says it's down. It could just be that it's still trying to grab it, so it's still trying to travel through and grab the host. So I'll use my router. We'll save that. And you see my router's up. So it's that simple. You can keep adding hosts, and every time now that my router goes up or down, it'll send me an alert. So I wonder if it sent me an alert. So now you can see it's telling me my service went down. So this is one of my Proxmox hosts that I run. It's one of my second servers that I run Docker and Portainer off of, and it runs all of my Docker containers. So it's telling me that this service is down. I know it's not because I just pinged it, but this would be the message that it sends you if your service goes down. Now, you can see it has stuff like this, and it'll tell you that your server, so like I have it that it keeps an eye on my website. So here's my website, and you can see it tells me my website went down and my website came back up. So there's that. So this is a great little tool, and you can keep adding monitors. So if I want to, you can monitor Docker containers. I'm not sure of all this stuff. I don't use all this stuff. You can monitor ports. I just use HTTPS or HTTP, and I use ping because it's really simple. So you can just keep adding containers. Okay, I realized what I did. So I reversed my host name and my nickname. So that's why it's showing the boxes down. Portainer. Save. There you go, Portainer's up. So this is cool. So now you can actually see Portainer's up. So we can see it was down, it's back up. And if I come into here and close up some of these alerts, it'll graph it for you, so you can see your uptime and your downtime for the last however long of the period you want, and it graphs it out. And we can even go into here, and these are just showing your statuses of your alerts. So I usually work out of the dashboard, and you can work with it through here. So there's a whole bunch of different options you can get in here. So you can always edit and delete your nodes that you monitor, or you can pause it. So pausing is a good tool. So let's say that you're doing some work on one of your servers and you don't want to keep getting blown up with notifications that your server's going up and down, up and down, up and down, so you could pause the alerts. So this is something that we actually do at work. So if we are doing some work on somebody's server, most of our clients have a contract with us that we monitor their devices. So if we're updating their server and it's going up and down to do the update, we don't want the network monitor to constantly blow them up with emails. Hey, your server went up, your server went down, your server went up. So we pause it. You can do something similar in your environment. I know it's not as big, but you don't want to get blown up with Discord notifications. I know you can just do not disturb it or mute the channel, but pausing the alert's pretty easy. And you can see there's the pause gap, and then I resumed it. It tells me it resumed successfully. So I know this was a quick video, but I think this is a really good tool to have in your home lab. I like it because I can use it to monitor my VPS. So I have it set that I have an alert from inside, so I host Uptime Kuma and my Docker inside my network, and I also have alerts that are set for inside, but I turn most of those off now. So I have an alert for my VPS. So since I pay for my VPS, I want to make sure it stays up as long as it can. So I have an alert that lets me know if my VPS goes down and when it comes back up, and then my VPS hosts the same thing, so it lets me know when all my things internally, such as my Plex server, my NAS, my router, any of that stuff goes down. So it also comes in really helpful. So like I host a Plex server, I share it with my friends. If my friend texts me and goes, hey man, the Plex server's down, I can look at it and go, nope, the Plex server's not down, the NAS is down at the moment. So it helps me troubleshoot to get that first step in. So I know this is a project that we worked on, we had a few videos of. I know I didn't really say in the beginning, but I hope everybody sees what we did now and can use this tool for what it really is. We have some more videos coming up, so I hope you stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for sticking around and watching the stuff. I'll see you in the next one.